Oops, sorry. Virtus in Veritate. Welcome to FortiKast, the official online show of Power of Northfield's official school publication, Fortibus, FortiKast online show. Join us every Friday as we explore different issues, discover the truth, and share good vibes in our coming episodes. Today's episode, we ask, how was your 2020? Please welcome your hosts, Lucas Bonifacio, Lance Valencia, and Burns Kaasi.
Hello.
Hi guys!
What's up, guys? New year, new
Bakit
season.
bigla kayong tumayo? Ano yan? May gimmick ba?
Sir, sana kasi mag-ano po kami, sir.
I'm your
Parang
host, as always, Lucas Bonifacio. And with me, as always, are Lance Valencia. Say hi, Lance.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back.
Palpak yung entrance ko. Let's hi, Sir Burns. And always,
Hello.
Sir Burns.
Alright, hello, Lucas.
Just so high for today. So once again, good afternoon to our dear audience. Kamusta kayo, guys? Happy New Year to all of you. Sir Burns, Lance, Happy New Year. How are you guys doing so far?
Come on, Lance.
Good. Ikaw, Lance, share. Kamusta? How are you guys doing?
Well, school just started. Kasi Lucas, nung nag-vacation tayo sa Christmas break, parang nag-shutdown talaga ako muna. So trying to get used to, just going back.
Waking up early.
Yeah, pretty much. Usually kasi di ako gising maaga ng 8. Pero yun. That's how I've been so far.
All right, that's great. I guess I can vouch for that too. Same thoughts. As you know, Sir Burns, kamusta? Back to normal. Welcome back to normal, as I phrase it. No, kamusta, Sir Burns? How are you doing?
Well, I could say that I was able to adjust quote unquote fully na sa online work arrangement, and to some extent, I started loving it because practically I can work anywhere in the house. Although of course I still miss the person to person, like personal interaction. And right now I'm excited because I'm teaching 2 subjects for grade 12. That's your batch.
What? Really?
And yeah, really. Come on, you're my students again, right? And well, I started teaching Northfield. You guys were my students. And now you're about to leave Northfield. You are still my students. Like for me, coming to full circle. And it's an interesting school year, or semester rather. I'm teaching you guys business ethics and entrepreneurship, 2 things that I'm still also in the process of doing and learning. So it's just an amazing thing to be able to journey with the students and to learn from each other.
That's great to hear, sir. And yes, guys, may magandang intro si Sir Burns. Sir Burns, do you mind if I do it naman? De joke, dapat ikaw ata.
Sige, ano ba yan? What do you mean by the intro?
I mean yung Burns Z, yung E and Z. Kasi guys, kung nakakalimutan niyo yung pangalan ni Sir Burns, napakadali lang niyan. You always remember the E, remember the Z, Burns. Diba? It's really
That's
easy.
very easy. Ayan.
Sorry, but mas maganda kung siya yung magdi-deliver nun.
Classic yun.
Guys. Pero, may soundboard pala. Yan. May
soundboard yun, sir.
I forgot to mention
natin
our
ng sounds
audience today. We are actually joined by our live audience. De joke lang. May isa pang studio. De joke lang.
So that's sila sa gilid.
Yan. Maraming salamat, guys. So glad to hear that you guys are great. So kayo naman mga guys, our audience, kamusta kayo guys? Our dear friends, our dear viewers, Happy New Year. So before we, begin our main discussions for today, allow me to give a recap kasi baka nakakalimutan na ng ating mga kaibigan kung ano ang FortiCast, kung ano mga ginagawa dito. So let me give a quick refresher course. So once again, FortiCast is the broadcasting arm of Fortibus, Northfield's 3-time. How many times, Lance? 3 times. Best campus paper in the Catholic Mass Media Awards. And 2 na lang po, Hall of Famers na tayo. So, in this show, as we always mention in our intro, we try to discover the truth share good vibes because every Friday, weekend na, and let's unwind together, no? And here in our show, we always have our two flagship segments. We have first our In Focus, and our In Focus for today is our 2020 rewind. How was your 2020? But what is In Focus anyway? So In Focus is our main discussion for the show. I don't know if you guys noticed, but In Focus is where we bring in our panelists and we interview them about certain issues, about certain things that we think are of good help to you, our dear viewers. And lastly, we also have our 2 cents. This was coined from the idiomatic expression, just 2 cents worth of opinion. So dito, medyo mga lighthearted discussion na yan. And then magkukwentuhan lang tayo and all of those things. So those are the flagship segments of the show, and that is FortiCast for everyone. That being said, no, I guess it's high time to start our discussion for today. So I would like to ask, our dear audience, what is something, siguro maybe you can try to summarize your 2020 with one word, right? So for In Focus for today, it's time to start our 2020 rewind. That being said, Sir Burns, Lance, allow me to bring in our wonderful panelists for today. Please welcome, hailing from the north. Northfield tayo eh. Northfield tayo eh. Wala akong magagawa. Northfield tayo eh. Please welcome FortiCast, our very own FortiCast crew, Anton Peza, Javi Perinas, and Agu Tech Sikira. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to
Nice.
the show.
Let's give them a hand, boys.
Yan.
Buenas tardes, hermano. Welcome to the show. Now, ito, before we proceed, sabi dito, let's read some comments, guys. So if you guys don't mind. Here, sabi ni Sir John Watt, face mask. Tama nga, face mask. Kasi nga, paglalabas tayo, tama yung ginagawa ni Ago, ugaliing mag-face mask at mag-sanitize. So nananawagan po kami sa lahat ng mga umaalis dyan, no? Ugaliing face mask, and mag-practice ng social distancing, no? Ito, let's hear naman from Mr. Ruben Turalba. Wow, may pa-intro na. Yes, good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much. for
Hi,
joining.
sir. Bakit ganun yung mali yata yung napindot kong sound effects?
Sabi ni Mike Racho, nice hair. Oy, idol. Nice to see you rin, idol. Jump Street forever. Thank you so much for that. And then, ito nga, sabi nga ni Sir John Watt, hindi ko
Hindi ko-
makakalimutan. Wow.
Wow.
Maraming salamat, sir. And thank you for always tuning into our show. Really appreciate it. All right. So that being said, allow me to be the paano ba tawag ito? The main host or siguro the main panelist. Parang ako yung mag-feed sa inyo ng questions. So, welcome to today's panel discussion of the 2020 Rewind. Gaya nga nasabi ko kanina, I would love to hear from you guys, no? Can you summarize your 2020 with one word? But let's answer that later. Maybe my first question for you guys is, do you guys remember this wonderful headline? Metro Manila on lockdown due to COVID-19. March 15, 2020, if I'm not mistaken, was the exact date that this lockdown happened in Manila. And para tayong si Rapunzel, siguro, at least kami, mga bata, para kami si Rapunzel, no? Nagsihabaan na ang buhok, naka-lockdown lang sa kanyang kwarto at wala nang ibang ginagawa. So I would love to ask you guys, and syempre, we're still under quarantine now, mga bata tayo. What's your quarantine experience? How was your quarantine experience? Pero ikaw naman, Sir Burns, we'll also ask you, did you get to leave? Or what was your quarantine experience? So let's start with Lance. Ikaw, Lance, how was your quarantine experience? Any anecdotes that you'd like to share to us today?
Okay. The thing is, my quarantine experience is a lot of things, honestly, because I've learned a lot of, things. Because in my quarantine experience, I transitioned from grade 11 to grade 12, and from grade 12, that's when I started. That's when I had to, apply for the applications just so I could get into a university. All that stressful stuff. Lahat ng mga bagay na yun. It was very, I would say, stressful. It was most definitely stressful, but of course, somewhat enlightening, because it's really hard to just tell you guys right now on what really is what really is like my 2020. But if I could give it let's say maybe 2 words, yun yung sinabi ko kanina, stressful but enlightening. So yun, that's my 2020 experience.
Yeah, that is great to hear. Thank you for that. No, now let's from Javi. Javi, kindly share with us. How was your quarantine experience? Kumusta? ¿Cómo está?
Oh, so, well, actually, my quarantine experience was actually very interesting, but mostly it was all about my self discovery and looking at things through a different perspective. So, being in this whole new environment and overcoming numerous different challenges has really changed me as a person and really had me thinking about everything. So it especially changed my perspective on the littlest things, such as meeting your classmates and teachers every day in the classroom, or even going out with your friends. So it made me cherish those moments even more. But most importantly, since I'm always at home and always thinking, I really discovered a lot about myself and what I want to do in the future and in my life. So along with all my along with all the obstacles and struggles in this period, I learned just as much as well. Yeah.
All right, that is great to hear. Maraming salamat, Javi, no? So, I think it's safe to say na nung quarantine, marami tayong na-unlock, mga unlock na chakras na nakatago dyan. And marami tayong mga experiences. Ako, for once, I would like to share, isa na po akong master chef. Self-proclaimed lang na master chef. Yeah. Kaya kong magluto ng pancit canton. Okay. Who doesn't know how to cook
Yung may
pancit canton?
specialty mo?
Yun yung specialty ko, yun yung specialty.
Ah,
Anyway, grabe, di ako nasanay, may laugh track. Ito na, let's hear naman from Sir Burns. Sir Burns, kumusta? How was your quarantine experience?
Well, I've been looking for one word just to describe the quarantine experience for me, but it made me open. Well, it's like a phrase, eh? It made me realize of possibilities. Like a lot of the things that I love doing now, podcasting, online course creation, website building, blogging, online shows, guestings here and there. All of these things happened throughout the lockdown, and I've never expected that the lockdown will open my eyes to these possibilities that made me productive. And a lot of highlights, like the conference happened last month, that's December 2020. So for me, even though it was scary because you wouldn't know if you caught the virus or not until you start coughing and not start feeling unwell. It also provided a lot of opportunities to grow within, grow in the things that you are learning and doing. So that's how I would describe my 2020, and in a way that's affecting how I view 2021 as well.
That's great. Thank you so much, sir. And looking forward 2020, yan, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan.
Yeah.
Kung ano ba ang ating mga goals, ano ba ating mga affirmations, or ano ba mga gusto nating gawin.
Or theme for the year.
Tama, theme for the year. So we'll discuss that later. Maraming salamat, Sir Burns. And yes, muli, sa mga naka-attend ng ating Jesus-Centered Life Conference, muli nagpapasalamat kami. Thank you so much for the wonderful support. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. And a big shout out to the PIRF student leaders out there.
And Lucas, before we continue, on
Go ahead.
behalf of the PAREF, the whole PAREF system, I just want to tell you guys, no, to also inform you that the students from all over the Philippines and even around the world really love that panel discussion that FortiCast members moderated, led by Lucas and Anton. And congratulations to the team. You are already blazing a trail in your first year as content creators. And that should inspire all mariners to see the possibilities of creating impact through social media. Let me just tell you that the executive directors of different PAREF schools are so proud of you, and they can't wait to see you more and more, for in terms of collaborating with other PAREF schools and being involved in what we are now cooking up as the 2021 conference for PAREF. So watch out for that. We'll be filling you in with details as we organize it in the PAREF Central Office and also with all the other PAREF schools.
Yan, maraming salamat, Sir Burns. And that being said, if you wish to, support FortiCast, please tune in every Friday, 4:15, easy to remember. And you can also use code FortiCast for 20% off NordVPN. No, I'm just kidding. We're not sponsored by NordVPN. So,
akala ko may
now
sponsor talaga tayo. Nagulat ako.
ganda
Why
sana
not? Pwede
Yes,
nating
so-
hanapan, no?
Pwede natin
That's something we can do.
2021 come through, no? So,
Yan.
maraming
Pagplanuhan natin.
yun ang mindset natin this year. No? So, let's hear naman, na-mention kanina ni Sir Burns, led by Anton Peza, our resident swag lord. Anton, producer Peza, how are you? What is your 2020 like? What's your quarantine experience? And maybe can you summarize your 2020 with one word?
If there's one word, I think Lance already mentioned this, it would be enlightening. Because like when we started the quarantine, like I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like I swear, like we were like in a tightrope. But like through the
Yeah.
year, I think what I realized, the greatest thing I realized was a lot of my dreams actually came true. Because like I got to meet these people online. I got to meet one of my favorite directors in David Fincher. I got to take my film class for once. I got to do this, and I think it also questions what we valued in life. Because can you believe it? Before we would not value dinner with our family, a board game session with our family as much as now. Because
True.
when we're in quarantine, like literally, I remember there's a time we were playing a board game, and I felt like a sense of relief. Like, oh my gosh, like how come this hasn't happened a lot, and how come I'm not feeling this a lot? Because I think in this quarantine also, like time has like things have stopped. There's big things. We consider big things like the things that are happening outside. We consider it big, but they're not actually big internally. So like things like social issues, things like cooking, they are like big now to us. And to me, like I've become a resident, tech head inside my computer since I have time now. I also cook sometimes. There's a lot of things we got to learn. So yeah, it was amazing.
Thank you very much, Anton. No, and I think the panel. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think it's about time that we hold a master chef for Northfield, and I think we have a lot of competitors out there, and I'm pretty sure our parents out there have already they bumalik sila sa kanilang craft. Nawalan ako ng English dun. Bumalik sila sa kanilang craft na pagluluto dahil nasa bahay lang tayo now, di ba? So,
Wow.
Anton Peza,
Yeah.
let's
Nga
meet
naman.
soon about MasterChef.
Magalingan na ba ng
I
pancit
encourage you
canton,
to
Rowan?
that.
Ano yun? Ano
Baka
yun?
gusto nyo na magkaroon ng cooking
Magalingan na
show
ba ng pancit
segment.
canton?
Lucky
Actually,
me. Siya yung
maaari nga.
pancit canton, ako yung chicken noodle soup sa Lucky Me.
Wow!
Pare.
Wow! Si
That
Ito
can
man,
be an episode, guys. Teaching Northfield students basic cooking the
ayos yan.
Mariner way.
Ayan.
Tapos
Paano
So,
kaya
Lucas
natin
will be
yung
the
gagawin?
master chef.
Ano kasi
marami
paano
na
natin
tayong
yung
nakukuha,
gagawin?
no? So, parang, syempre, hindi naman ako parang si Gordon Ramsay. Kahit parang Anthony Bourdain naman or Jamie Oliver. No? So, ito nga, nagtatanong na nga si Sir John Watt. May Patreon na ba ang FortiCast, sir? Let's see what
Pag-uusapan natin
2021
yan.
has for us. Maraming salamat, no? And now let's hear naman from Agutek. Agutek, how are you? What are your quarantine experiences? So, kindly share with us.
Well, firstly, if I were to describe my quarantine experience in one word, it would be fast. And not because like I wasn't doing anything productive or whatnot, but fast because I enjoyed it. Like what they say, like the famous saying, you time goes fast when you're having fun, when you're enjoying it, diba? So, uh, like what Lance also said, I was completing my applications. I was also like what Anton said, the meals with the families. I also learned to appreciate that more. And as they also say, meals always taste better when you're eating with the family, right? So yeah, I've learned to appreciate that more. Other than that, I've also been more productive. I've been editing videos, uploading to my YouTube channel, which I won't mention because I don't want to. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I've also been gaming. I guess
Why
gaming
not?
would be
Why
the
not
number one
mention your
thing.
channel?
Because I'd rather not, for
Okay.
reasons I cannot share.
All right.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been gaming a lot as well. That's probably the number one thing I've been doing this entire quarantine. I've been gaming to maybe 5 hours a day, but I mean that's okay with me. I'm able to balance it naman with other things. So yeah, my quarantine experience was very fast. Fast, not
Balak,
very
balak mo
fast.
na ba maging streamer, Ago?
No,
Pwede
if I
yan.
had better
Pwede.
Wi-Fi, maybe. And
Ah, tama,
if I
tama.
were a better gamer,
Di
maybe.
mo na yung, di mo na yung, di mo na yung kasalanan kung ba't pangit ang wifi natin.
True.
Grabe, ayan, maraming salamat. No? See, I think it's safe to say, guys, that quarantine really helped us work on ourselves. Kasi I've noticed, ako personally to na parang every summer, pag wala ka namang masyadong inaatupag, nasa bahay ka lang, parang there are times na you can get to work on yourself. So maybe a new workout regimen or start cooking a new hobby, start learning a new language or something. Pero this time parang perpetual summer na eh. So parang I guess with the time that we had, 24/7, we could do anything we want. I guess as we grow older, parang nakakahanap tayo ng ways para we can work on ourselves even more. 'Di ba? So here we have a lot of gamers here. We have a lot of chefs, Anthony Bourdain and Gordon Ramsay. And kumbaga na-unlock lang natin yung mga pinaka-peak interests natin. And siguro ito na rin yung way natin na para creative expression and how we can, ito na yung formation ng ating self eh. So I think it was really great. So hearing your answers, I think it's safe to say na it was a very, very fulfilling and wonderful quarantine experience you guys had. Do you guys agree with that, no? Yeah? Can I get a thumbs up para tayo sa online class? And speaking of, segue tayo, online classes. Now, I would like to share with you guys again, this article. So it's back to school physically or virtually on August 24. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this may have been an article presented back siguro mga May or June, no? Ito na yung nagkaka-debate na kung may pasok ba this year or wala. And lo and behold, it's already January 2021 and we're still on our remote learning experience or remote learning series. No? So I want to ask you guys, how is your online class experience? But before we do that, let's check out naman our comments here. No, kamusta kayo guys? It's here naman. It's here. Sabi ni Migs de la Cruz. Thank you for joining us today. It's an emotionally challenging time, but I remember this statement that I agree with, but not necessarily like. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Kanta to, di ba? Kelly Clarkson. Kumanta
ganda
nito, no? Mahilig kasi ako sa mga kanta, no? Ito sabi ni Wax Santos, Pogi ni Javi. Thank you for joining
yan,
us,
tama,
Wax
tama.
Santos. Good afternoon.
Ano ba yan?
So here we have Sir Ronyu. Annyeonghaseyo na. Annyeonghaseyo. Oseoseo. Welcome, sir. Ito sabi ni Gabe Amparo, wait, Interparef Conference. Sir Burns, ano masasabi niyo dito?
Gabe, watch out. We'll have a lot of interparef activities.
May kita nyo naman eh. May kita nyo naman.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Ito, Lance, may bumati sa'yo. Sabi ni
Hello. That's my mom, guys. Hi, mom.
Hello po.
Lance.
Thank you for
Hi,
joining
mom.
us.
Love
Good
you.
afternoon
Hi.
po. Yan, busy po ngayon si Lance. May guesting. Ito sabi naman ni Paulo Cosgain. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. Paulo, ayan. So ito, FortiKast. Ay, nagtanong si Sir John Watt, can you offer an instructional video on basics of live streaming and broadcasting? It will be very helpful. Sir Burns, thoughts on
It's
this?
in the works, Mr. Watt, and that is something that the whole Paref system will benefit from.
It will,
That's great.
definitely.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yes,
So, may
we are
nagtanong-
talking about it.
Sorry. Ayan. So, Sir John Watt, kita-kits tayo dyan. See you soon. Ito na. Ito, may nagtanong. Peza, Valorant tournament when?
Soon. We can't
Soon,
give
diba?
you an exact date.
Soon, di ba?
Soon.
Representative tayo ng student council dito, kaya soon, alright? So, soon yan. So, now we have just digressed, and now let's go back to topic. Online classes. Kamusta? We have here your teacher, and we have here several students. So,
I'm outnumbered.
outnumbered. So, let's hear naman from ikaw, Atom. What was your online class experience? Kamusta? We started back in, late July, I think. Then we started August, and then afternoon, dire-diretso na tayo. So, kamusta, Pesa? How are you?
If I had to summarize what I feel about online classes, I think it's really mind opening. Like it's eye opening in a sense because there's I felt like it would be limited, in terms of what we can do inside the online class. But I think thanks to technology, thanks to what the teachers effort and hard work, I think online classes has been pushed further than I imagined. And when we started the year, I was not optimistic since I didn't like the concept of online classes. But I think over the time, I really started enjoying it. I enjoyed the fact that I had the liberty of controlling my time a little bit more than usual, rather than being in school, where I have to go to the class, where I can stay in the classroom every time. This one I can control, like when I will rest first, like take a nap, wake up, do my work, attend classes. It feels like mini college, but like you're not walking to another classroom. Then I suppose it's just uh for me like backup yun, since like I've been enjoying my online courses also. So like uh if I didn't enjoy my online classes, I won't be enjoying my online courses. So I've been enjoying those two, and I think yeah, that's what I can say about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Lucas,
Anton.
may I ask Anton a question
Go
about
ahead.
what you
Sure.
said?
Sure.
What did you mean by online courses? I'm interested to know about those. Are
Oh,
you enrolled in
so
another online course apart from what you're studying in Northfield?
yes, sir. What do you call that? So I applied for this. Because there's this thing I found it. Sundance. They accept people to take their courses on filmmaking, directing, and screenwriting. So I
Amazing.
applied. I applied for directing without like any without any prior experience. Like I made videos. I made that, but I didn't have like a credit. That I could back up with. It was just an interview. I thought I wouldn't enter. I just said what I felt about film, and I got accepted. So I think now we meet every 2 weeks. I take these online courses for 3 hours, and I also take one for politics and computer science. Those two, if I had the
Wow.
time.
Grabe. Pesa na
Galing,
malakas.
galing.
You have so much time. You can use the time to learn even more.
Tama,
That's
So
true.
that's my mindset right now.
tama.
Agree.
Idol. Thank you very much, Anton. Apologies, Mr. Spielberg. Thank you so much for that. It's very
Pero mo,
highly
pero
appreciated.
mo yung mga, pero mo yung mga ano niya, mga pictures niya sa likod. Tsaka may
Oo, eh.
ant-man pa eh. Grabe.
Buff talaga eh. So
Grabe.
again, Anton Pez is our resident movie connoisseur. So if you guys are interested to know, are you looking for
Oh guys, totoo yan, totoo yan.
movie recommendations, Anton Peza will be more than happy to assist you in the film journey. No, thank you very much, Anton Peza, Mr. Spielberg. Now let's hear naman from Agu. Ikaw, Agu, how was your online class experience?
Uh, yeah, it was good, and just like Peza, I like at first I thought it was gonna be like this idea, this concept of online classes would be medyo weird. Like, I guess I'll just have to wait till I experience it. And when I experienced it, I mean, it's actually pretty good. It was more than what I expected, and I'm able to learn naman. Yun lang. I still prefer physical classes over online classes, but what can we do? It's like this is the hand we're dealt with this year, last year, and maybe this year even. Other than that, yeah, it's a very good experience in my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty much all I could say. Online classes is very good, better than what I expected it to be. It's very short.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much for that. And I think I can vouch for that na it was better than I expected. And it really brought, marami din akong mga natututunan na, ito na kasi yung, for me guys, I'd like to share na, parang, you know how sometimes teachers share na, guys, dapat may mga, intindihan nyo to kasi minsan hindi nyo to naaaral everyday sa classroom nyo. For example, pag may mga extracurricular activities ka, dapat damnamin nyo yan guys kasi hindi nyo to naaaral sa regular classroom. But for me, online classes parang gave me a new set of lessons when it comes to patience, when it comes to waiting, and when it comes to respect. Kasi if I may share, no, I can vouch for that pessimistic approach dito sa online class. Tas parang minsan naiinis ako kasi parang, ba't ang tagal nung teacher na to? Ba't parang ang bagal nung ganun. Ba't naglalag yung internet? Napakabagal ng internet ko, ganun. And then later on, I had this turning point. I had this parang bigla na lang may ihip na hangin na dumaan sa akin and parang I should always remember that there is another person behind every screen. Parang yun yung naging realization ko eh. Parang I talked about this with my dad and he mentioned na may tao sa likod ng screen eh. So parang we should always respect and we should also consider, be on their shoes. Ano bang nararamdaman nila now? Who knows kung anong what's happening to them, no, behind the screen, no? So I just wanted to share that breakthrough that I had. So thank you. So let's hear the one from Sir Burns. Go, Sir Burns. How was your quarantine experience? Your online class experience. Ito, teacher na. You're a teacher, sir. You're teaching us. And papunta na tayo. Papunta na tayo ng finish line for this school year. So, kamusta ka? Kamusta ka, sir?
Well, we're okay. took a while for us to fully adjust. Just so everyone knows, no, before the remote learning has started, the school offered a lot of trainings for our teachers. In fact, many of us have been certified by Google already. We have been trained for Google for education, and a good number of teachers are ongoing with their certification process. Okay. And as for me, I am yet to take the certification because of the conference backlog the workload that we had before. But I've realized that online learning is possible, especially the term learning. It's just really a matter of creativity and trying to be more disciplined. Anton is correct. We have more flexibility given the schedule, not just for students, even for teachers. Like before, you would have to wake up at 5 a.m. to be able to go to Northfield at 7:30. Now we can wake up at 7 a.m., do your prayers, even have a quick coffee or breakfast, and then log in at 7:20 for the morning assembly. It's more flexible. You're just at home. You don't have the stress of traffic. And the only worry that we have is, of course, the internet connection, which is beyond our control. But for me, I found online learning quite interesting. We are still all new, even us teachers, we are still new to the setup in a way, and we continuously learn more strategies and best practices on how we can deliver the best possible education that everyone deserves. And you know what? Another hallmark of Northfield education is mentoring, right? And at first we were thinking, what will we do with mentoring online? It's a bit different because we talk about sensitive stuff. But then thankfully, the personal formation office came out with a very sensible guideline on how we can go about it. And I'm sure all of you guys, I hope, were chatted by your mentors, I suppose. And even though it's remote, I'm happy to share with you and our viewers that the personal formation thrust of the school remains effective and it remains very active and vibrant. I don't know with you guys if if there was a change in your dynamics with your mentors, but I'm happy that that is something that the school was able to pivot, so to speak, or continue despite these challenges brought by the pandemic.
Thank you for that, no, Sir Burns. And I am very speechless because now I get to hear again from our teachers. Because I don't know if you guys remember, we had an episode back in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
remote learning series, and now after a few months, ito na ulit. So thank you very much for that, Sir Burns. No, so let's hear naman from Javi. Ikaw, Javi, how was your online class experience? Kumusta?
Yeah, well, in online classes talaga, I was really doubting the setup because it might not be of the same quality. But Northfield talaga the best. So it still offers same quality. It might actually even be better because wala, Northfield lang malakas. So, but one thing really is that since we are not in face-to-face classes, it's just a bit heavier on yourself because you're not there physically with your friends. So it's actually like an added burden on yourself because when you're in physical classes, when you have a lot of workload, you can just try and just hang out with your friends and just forget about those workload for a while and then work after. But then here, it's like you're by yourself, so it's actually a bit harder. So but then in this online class, it's actually also a bit, underwhelming because we have to spend our senior year, our last year as mariners separated from our batch. So, that's just pretty, it's kind of a bad experience, but then,
Heartbreaking.
it's pretty good. Yeah. But then overall, actually, since we're already halfway through online classes, this these experiences it actually taught me twice as much from last year because there are way more like newer struggles and new experiences. Struggles such as how annoying my Wi-Fi could be, and experiences such as being stuck at
Right.
home every single day and how to overcome these. So
And how
this
not to be bored.
experience, yeah, this experience has actually been really eye-opening, and that it truly shows that if we have survived last year with all its hardships, we will come back even stronger this year.
Great.
Thank you very
Grabe
much.
yun.
That was very, very motivational. Grabe, no?
Grabe talaga yun.
Galing,
Grabe.
galing.
I think I would like to add on to that. No, sabi ni Javi na we'll come back stronger this year, and I think that was my mantra for the last few minutes before this, the clock turned 12 a.m. January 1st, 2021. Sabi ko na lahat ng mga heartaches, lahat ng mga hirap na dinanas ko noong 2020, dadalhin ko lahat yun, i-convert ko as fuel, as fire, so that 2021 for me is gonna be better, bolder, brighter, and mas maganda yung labanan ko this year. Maraming salamat, Javi. No? Very, very motivational. Nagising ako doon. No? Maraming salamat. And
Yeah.
ito nga, may nagsabi, Alvaro Cordero says, so handsome the guy named Javi Pariñas. Mukhang, ano tayo ngayon, maraming fans ba? Fan favorite ang ating creative head. So maraming salamat. Thank you for joining us, Alvaro Cordero. So, Anton, would you like to add to our discussion?
I suppose like with what Happy said about like struggle, I think one of the things that this online classes have really tested is our willingness, our motivation, and like those two like specifically because we are in control of time. The teacher can see us. We're not in a classroom, so it has to be on us to push ourselves to eat to work. It really tests how far can we go, and with that, like, kasi yung tipong we're having research class, you know, Sir Culon can see what you're doing, and like it's on you already to pick whether you want to work on it now or you're gonna work on it later. And I think also motivation because we don't have, as Abby said, we're not with our classmates, so we're not like as constantly motivated. So we have to find the motivation within ourselves and within what we have around us. So yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Atom. And allow me to add before we go to Lance, no. And I think what's nice about this quarantine, this time to ourselves, parang dumami na yung outlets natin to reach out to people. You know, the technologies a rapid advancement day to day, and marami na tayong ways to communicate with our dear friends. Matagal na natin nakakausap through Zoom meets, Google meets, whatever, wherever, nakakapag-meet na tayo with our, long lost friends. And yeah, tama nga si Peza, let's find our motivation. And gaya nga nasabi ni Javi kanina, grabe, it all interconnects, no? Na we will come back stronger. Maraming salamat, Anton. Now let's hear naman, Atom and Javi. Now let's hear naman from Lance. Ikaw, Lance, kumusta? How's your online class experience?
Um, pretty much everyone like said what I've also felt during quarantine. Where in for Peza, it was for we're in for Peza. It was a lot of just self reflection, and it's true because I get at first at online class, I really thought that this wasn't gonna last this long, and yun, look at we're now we're at 2021. We're still in quarantine. We're still doing online class. So and like what Javi said, it's
You're still on
definitely
FortiCast.
and we're still on FortiCast. and then, and like what Javi said, like we're spending we're spending our last school year through online class. See, that's a very heartbreaking thing. But either way, I would still want to live in a positive note because kat kung di naman tayo masyadong nakita sa isa't isa, nagano pa rin tayo. We were still able to keep in touch, 'di ba? Kaya chill lang naman. Kaya eto, for online class, there was a lot of self-reflection for sure. Because I'd spend a lot of time just talking to my classmates, and the thing is, the difference is when I'm actually in the classroom, is that I'm actually with people and I feel like I can rely on them. But now that I'm all by myself in the house, I really have to. Parang ako na talaga yung mag-aano. Ako na talaga bahala sa lahat. Lahat na sila, parang sarili-sariling buhay na lang talaga tayo dito. Parang ganun. So yeah, that took a lot of self reflecting, and pa ba? Self reflecting. Parang ganun lang talaga eh. Because there's not really much to add rather than just self reflecting because that's pretty much all I've done this whole quarantine. And I think from what Pesa said, actually, like take this time to be flexible, try to discover new things. That's what I did for sure. I started to read more books actually, and start to write more actually. Din nga rin balak ko na just try to write something. Just try to write something and hopefully post it in FortiPost.
Go
Sir,
ahead, Lance.
hopefully post it in FortiPost. So yun.
Looking forward.
And yun,
And it's
gaya nga ng maraming salamat. Actually, ito na, tama yung sinabi mo. FortiBoost is always accepting content creators. If you wish to write,
Oh,
if you wish to
Ah,
write or join us, yan eh, it all interconnects.
sinakto, inano ko yan, guys. Sinakto ko yan,
Naka-timing
guys.
po yan.
Naka-timing yan. Scripted yan.
Deliberate yan, guys. Deliberate.
/FortiBoostNF. Thank you very much, Lance. And Sir Burns, and I know that teachers always campaign for this phrase, this mantra that learning never stops. No, I think we can vouch that the fact that learning never stops. So thank you very much. That was a wonderful 2020 rewind. Give yourselves a round of applause. That ends the first part of our show for today, and that is In Focus 40 Rewind, In Focus 2020 Rewind. Sana naging maganda ang 2020 nyo, my dear friends. Now we move on. Pinag-usapan na natin 2020. Now, kalimutan na natin yung the past, Kaya nga past, sabi nga ni Master Ugway, di ba? Ngayon, I forgot the quote, but today is the present because it's a gift, whatever. You know what I mean. So now I would like to, ask you, our dear viewers and our dear panel for today. I want to ask you guys, what's your 2021 goals? Ano bang theme? Ano bang tema ng 2021 nyo? Ano bang goal? Do you have any goals, affirmations, or whatnot? Can you share with us a new work ethic or something new, something that you really want to do? Kasi medyo redundant na pag sinabi natin New Year's resolution kasi minsan di naman lahat ng New Year's resolution natutupad, di ba? So, sabihin na natin goals para try na lang natin maabot yung mga goals na to, no? So, I'll start it out. For me, I really wish to be like John Mayer. So, I hope I can launch my own, I hope I can be a really good musician someday and launch my own band. And 2021, sana kahit pa paano, pumayat naman ako kahit konti. Kasi,
Tama.
Tama.
lumaki ako, quarantine, wala ka
Di,
namang
di tama sa'yo, ako rin gusto rin bumayad.
Yeah. Kasi ito lang yung exercise na gawa ko nung quarantine, ganun lang eh. Yung na-exercise yung ganito eh, kasi kain lang ako ng kain eh, no? So, that being said, those are my goals for 2021. Now, I want to hear yours, my dear panel, my dear friends, and also to our dear viewers out there, kung nandiyan pa kayo, kindly comment there. #2cents, your own 2021 goals. All right? So let's hear naman from Javi. Ikaw, Javi, what are your 2021 goals, affirmations, and whatnot?
Oh, okay. So for the year 2021, my true goal is to practice already on being a professional already. So I'm actually planning to sort of work along while studying for my last year here at Northfield. I'll also work at my dad's architecture firm, assisting my mom in the accounting area. So because my dream job is to become a certified public accountant and create an accounting firm of my own in the future. So so to get an early start on my professional career, I'll start now in the year 2021.
Best of luck, attorney. CPA. Good luck there, Javi. Good luck. Thank you so much for that. Grabe, napaka-inspiring, no? So, Sir Burns, last ka na para let's hear naman from professional ka na, Sir Burns. So, let's hear naman from our
Sige lang, go lang.
aspiring professionals. Let's hear naman from Ago. Ikaw, Ago, what's your 2021 goals? What are you?
I know this might sound. Actually, I only have one goal. Yeah, and it's very general, and it may sound a bit cliche, but it's just to get better. Just get better, like the ad from Kobe or what he always says. Just get better. Whether it be in gaming, I always have to mention that. Yeah, be a better gamer. Whether it be a better eater, but like jokes aside, I don't know. Better at my studies. Better at waking up early, better at sleeping early, so stuff like that. Just being better at anything I do. That's all.
Maraming salamat. Thank you for that. And I think it's safe to say, paulit-ulit ko lang sinasabi yun, but we are very empowered to take on 2021. I don't know about you, but I think, this panel right here, we are very ready to take on 2021. And I hope our dear friends, our dear viewers out there, you guys are very, very ready to take on 2021. Let's hear naman from our very own Anton producer Spielberg. Share with us, what are your 2021 goals?
The first thing that comes to my mind is I think like Ago is just to get better, and I think to keep my consistent like to keep consistent of what I have last year, like the fact that I can continue learning even more still, like even if baka mid year we might be going back now to physical class. I just want to maintain the source of learning because I'm enjoying the fact that I'm knowing things more and more and more every day. Then another goal, I think everyone would agree with this. Sana pumasado naman ako sa college, get to a good college. That's one of the main goals. Then I think the third one is just to get to know myself even more. While we're at home, I think I wanna know myself a little bit more, and I want to know the people around me a little bit more since it's our last year together. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. And I can't help but be emotional when you guys say it's our last year together. Huwag ganyanan. Huwag ganyanan. Ba naman? Huwag muna. Huwag muna. Huwag muna. Now, let's know from Lance. Ikaw, Lance, kamusta? What are your 2021 goals?
Okay. Ano ba pwedeng goal ko? Hindi, joke lang. Okay. 2021 goals. To be able to write. Well, obviously, I know how to write, but to be able to write, ano lang yung tuloy dun, sir? Write, uh,
What do
Sir
you
Cassie,
mean?
pakitulong nga. Just to write better. Anong may word dun eh? Write.
Eloquently?
Yun,
Elo-
yun. Write,
Okay,
write
be more eloquent
eloquently.
in like writing. Okay.
Yun. Yan. So yun, I hope that I'll be able to write eloquently as 2021 comes through. And ano ba goal ko? Well, I think ito rin sabi ni Peza na hope to discover more of myself because if you guys didn't know, I'm still a very young guy. I'm still 17, so I have marami pa akong years to live. So I really want to discover more of myself. I want to see like my full potential. Let's see. I want to see if I'm good at this. I want to see if I'm good at that. I want to see if I'm good at this. And hopefully, if I find my passion, I can make this as a job. And I want to be the best at it, of course. So, yun, those really are my goals. Just to write more and just keep on discovering myself as I grow up.
That's great. Thank you very much. And yun nga, kaya nga nasabi natin kanina, learning never stops. So, best of luck to your goals, guys. Sana matupad yung mga goals nyo this year. Good luck. Now, let's naman from Sir Burns. Sir Burns, ikaw, what are your 2020 goals?
Let me just first comment with about your goals, no. So guys, I'm so proud of you, FortiCast, grade 12, and I'm sure all of your goals will see its fruition. Okay? For us, 'di ba, sinabi nga ni Saint Jose Maria, new year, new struggle. But I would like to add something there. That's my theme for 2021. So new year, new struggle, but also new breakthroughs. So for me, 2021 is a year of hope for all of us. It's a chance for us to be bigger, to be better, and to be bolder in terms of taking risks, growing, discovering new things, and creating an impact in whatever we do. And hearing the answers of our students, I'm so honored, no, to be one of the people who are journeying with you in this year. And I'm so excited to see you guys, achieving the things that you have said in this broadcast. And for me, yun din, I want to keep on learning because once we stop learning, we stop leading. And educators are leaders. And once we stop learning, we stop living. So for me, what I did towards the tail end of the 2021, which I wish to continue, is I started, like Anton, enrolling in a lot of online courses. So I'm learning uh, entrepreneurship, business ethics, the subjects that I'm teaching. I'm enrolled in University of Pennsylvania, Wharton School of Business. It's an online thing. So it's borderless now. So I want to keep on learning. I also enrolled in Python programming class, web design, stuff like these that I've always been interested in, but never had the chance to pursue. So these are the things that I want to excel in this 2021, and I want to be better with whatever God has asked me to do. Number one, teaching you guys. So of course, I guess all of your teachers want to be better teachers, to be the best versions of themselves this 2021. and serve more and create more value, not just for the students, but for the whole Northfield community as a whole. So I guess those are the things. But then again, new year, new struggle, new breakthroughs. And all of this will happen through grace. So let's not forget the spiritual dimension. Let's keep on praying and let's keep on trusting God in his providence that all of the things he has planted in our hearts will be completed in his time. Hopefully 2021, that's the time.
Maraming salamat, sir. In God's time. So, 2021. Baka naman may special someone dyan. Sorry.
Malay natin, di ba?
Thank you for that.
Okay lang yan.
salamat,
Open tayo, guys.
Parang may gusto sabihin si Lance tungkol sa special someone, ah.
Sir,
We're here.
May gusto
baka
kang
magkaroon
i-share,
tayo ng
Lance?
episode about that later on. But,
February
ikaw,
na yan, love
may mga
episode.
2 cents tayo na natanggap dito. Naku,
sir, tama-tama,
February
sir.
na. Oo nga, no?
February
Diba?
na.
Love month
Guys,
yan.
maging open na tayo sa mga nararamdaman natin.
Mag-open forum na tayo.
Baka gamitin ng FortiCast for ano, ha? For confession. Or a proposal.
Tulog na ako dito, sir.
All right.
Yeah, we will talk about that February.
Exploratory age, exploratory day.
I know.
So let's read a couple of 2 cents here. We have
Go
from-
ahead.
Ito, Isabel Victor, sabi niya, matuto manood ng anime without subs and of course, learn how to landscape gardens. Maraming salamat and she also replied, Happy New Year to you guys. Happy New Year din sa iyo. Maraming sa iyo. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Sabi naman ni Mix Del Cruz, Lance, care to read this comment?
Actually, adjust better to the situation. Yeah, I hope we can.
Maraming
Yeah.
salamat. Let's see, Agu, kindly read this from Sir John Watt.
Sir John Watt says, hashtag 2 cents 2021 goals. GG, gratitude and generosity. It gives meaning to life.
Ayan, thank you, sir. And ito, dumagdag pa, sabi niya, change is not the first step, it is the last. First, you need to make a choice to be willing to improve. Then when God gives you the opportunities, take the chance. Take the chance. Only then will you be able to change. Maraming salamat, sir. And to close our 2 cents segment, Anton, kindly read this comment.
Louis says, hashtag 2 cents 2021. Goals be able to initiate more meaningful conversation beyond family and to never stop discovering for the betterment I can share with others.
Wow, maraming salamat. No, so thank you so much for joining us in today's episode. If we summarize today's episode with one word, all I have to say is ready. We are very much ready to take on 2021. So thank you so much for joining us today, season 2, episode 1. Now, before we go, just a couple of announcements. Well, aside from us being ready, one of the goals of FortiCast is to try to be early because at 5 p.m. we have a doctrine class called Knowing the Faith with our very own chaplain, Father Dan Estepa. So I think nagsimula na siya kasi nga 5:08 na ngayon. So feel free to drop by every Friday, no? So para tayong nasa show no. Yun yung time slot after 40cast. So try naming pahabain ay paikliin or mas mapaganda pa ang 40cast production natin this 2021. So that being said, maraming salamat. Allow me to close today's episode, my dear friends. So we thank you for joining us in today's episode. We hope you had a great time and you learned something new today. Virtus and Veritate, there is strength in virtue. See you in our next episodes. This has been the FortiCast online show together with Burns, Lance, Agu, Anton, Javi, Victor, Jaime, and Linus. God bless, stay safe. Fortuna, Favit, Fortibus. Goodbye and thank you, classmates. Bye, guys. See
Bye.
you next week.